Today I want to talk about the benefits of breastfeeding versus formula feeding. Breastfeeding is a wonderful experience for both mother and baby that provides ideal nourishment and special bonding. What if I told you that some studies suggest that children who were exclusively breastfed had higher IQs than children who were formula fed? Got my attention. Choosing whether to breastfeed or formula feed your baby is one of the first decisions that parents will have to make. I know when I discovered some of the awesome benefits of breastfeeding, I was all in. All the benefits to me, mom, the convenience, a smarter baby, and free. Oh, I really like that one. Who doesn't like free? There are just a few of the many benefits that we'll discuss today. The decision to breastfeed or formula feed your baby is a very personal one. Here are some of the many benefits of breastfeeding and things to consider for you and your new addition. It's infection fighting. Antibodies passed from her nursing mother to her baby can help lower the occurrence of many conditions, including ear infections, diarrhea, respiratory infections, and meningitis. Breastfeeding is particularly beneficial for premature babies and also protect children against allergies, asthma, diabetes, obesity, and sudden infant death syndrome. As a group, breastfed babies have fewer infections and hospitalizations than formula-fed babies. Nutrition and ease of digestion. Often called the perfect food for a human baby's digestive system, breast milk's components, lactose, protein, and fat, are easily digested by a newborn's immature system. As a group, breastfed infants have less difficulty with digestion than do formula-fed infants. Breast milk tends to be more easily digested so that breastfed babies have fewer incidences with diarrhea or constipation. Breast milk also naturally contains many of the vitamins and minerals that newborns require. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration regulates formula companies to try to ensure that they provide all the known necessary nutrients in their formulas. Commercial formulas try to duplicate the ingredients in breast milk but haven't matched their combination and composition. Why? Because breast milk is a living substance and made by each mother individually for her infant, a process that cannot be duplicated by a factory. Next, I want to talk about some of the benefits of breastfeeding for mom as well. Baby isn't the only one sucking up all the goodies here. Some benefits for mom. Breastfeeding burns calories, helps shrink the uterus, so nursing moms may be able to return to their pre-pregnancy shape and weight much quicker. In addition, studies show that breastfeeding helps lower the risk of breast cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. In a long-term study, the National Institute of Women's Health Initiative, women who breastfed for at least 7 to 12 months after giving birth had a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. And again, it's free. Breast milk doesn't cost a cent, while the cost of formula quickly adds up. Because of the immunities and the antibodies passed into them through the mother's breast milk, breastfed infants are sick less often than infants who received formula. For example, researchers have determined that infants who are breastfed exclusively have fewer episodes with ear infections. That may mean they take fewer trips to the doctor, and with that equates to fewer co-pays, less money doled out for prescriptions, and over-the-counter medications. You can't beat the convenience. With no last-minute runs to the store for formula, breast milk is always fresh and available. And when women breastfeed, there's no need to warm up bottles in the middle of the night. It's also easy for breastfeeding mothers to go out and be active with their babies and know that there'll be available food for whenever their baby is hungry. Lastly, I want to talk about the challenges that come along with formula feeding. Formula feeding is a whole lot of organization and a whole lot of preparation. So with preparation, I just wanted to explain a little bit about this here. So we have the bottle. So for an example, let's pretend that, let's imagine that it's 2 a.m., baby's crying. We have to go downstairs, we need to measure, and we need to mix, we need to sterilize. And what I remember from my first son was that the temperature is never right. So after you're heating the bottle up, either it's not warm enough, most of the time it's too warm, so then you have to actually put it in cold water to cool it down before the temperature is perfect for the baby. Imagine doing this every 3 hours. Not for me, thanks. Lack of antibodies. None of the antibodies found in breast milk are found in manufactured formula. which means that formula doesn't provide the baby with added protection against infection and illness that breast milk does. Expense. Formula can be very, very costly. Powdered formula is the least expensive, followed by concentrated, with ready to feed being the most expensive, and specialty formula, soy and hypoallergenic, cost even more. During the first year of the life of the baby, the cost of basic formula can run about $1,500. Not only does breastfeeding benefit your baby, it has many advantages for you. Breastfeeding is convenient. There is no need to get out of bed at 2 a.m. to prepare a bottle. All you need to do is hold your baby to your chest and feed. As you learned here today, formula feeding can be extremely expensive and very, very time consuming. So I urge all of you mothers out there, if you can, please give it a try and put in some effort into breastfeeding. And so you and your little one can take advantage of all the wonderful benefits that come along with it. Thank you so much.